Take a deep dive.
Rabbit Hole
Podcast.
Why am I always fucking mean to you for some reason?
Because we're
I guess
friends.
it's tough love.
This is
tough
how
love.
I appreciate it, actually. I need that voice to tell me that I'm bad, okay? that way, you know, doesn't get too big-headed or my ears don't get too long. My dick just starts dragging the goddamn ground. But, like,
No, that's mine. Fucking 18 months. 18 inches.
Well, speaking of things dragging the ground, Lynx, happy birthday. Getting older, so you're getting closer to the ground. That's one way to put it.
Fucking hell.
That got dark real quick.
Are you sure you want me to go say the joke? Rustic's not here.
No, I thought that was a short joke. Fuck.
Rustic's the one that's always speaking about dying and some shit.
Short joke. How short are you? You're taller than me, aren't you? Fuck! You're 5'7".
Not a short joke.
Shit! I'm 5'9". I thought I was short. God damn it! How can I start this episode without fucking throwing it off in the left field and then still staying on topic?
Meanwhile, we're just gonna keep everything in.
This has been.
We tried to
just-
stay on topic. Fuck.
This is just the start of the episode. We're just fucking losing it.
I have been recording for almost 9 minutes and I still haven't got this episode started yet.
That's kind of typical. Don't worry, we're fine.
All right, let's see.
How we do things around here.
Okay.
This drink's strong. Holy fuck.
Is that drink strong? Or are you mixing? Buffalo?
Is it Buffalo?
No.
No. Shit.
Lynx goes,
I might
Lynx
finish
goes,
it tonight, though.
bruh.
Might finish that
Boy.
I'm gonna take a shot of Buffalo tonight. I'm gonna actually get a shot glass and actually do an actual shot of Buffalo.
Yeah, not a swig.
Not a swig. A shot.
Fuck swigs. Wait, that sounds weird. Fuck swigs.
Fuck Swigs? Is there a
Sounds like
person?
someone-
Is there a person named Swigs?
Sounds almost like a slur.
Hey, episode started.
Fuck Swigs, you know?
Yeah, that's 1A. That's 1A away from sounding like a slur.
A swig.
Yeah, you're right.
A swig is a person that is small enough, but yet limber enough that they could literally look like a bendy straw. That's a swig.
I thought you were gonna say it's somebody that's small enough you can pick them up and swing them around.
That's a swing. Fuck! Alright. We're not going to be able to get this episode started. Okay. Lynx, what did you do today?
What did I do today? I woke up.
Oh, fantastic.
That's a good start.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I wish I could do that every day.
You were just talking about him getting closer to the ground. There, he's like, I woke up. Yeah. This is such a shit show already.
We haven't even fucking started the episode. Fuck it! Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Rabbit Hole podcast. That's the whole 9 minutes is gonna be your opening. 11 minutes. It's 11 minutes of pure bullshit. Welcome everybody to today's episode. It's Lynx's birthday. Hi, Lynx. Happy birthday to you. And for
Wish him
celebration of
wish him a birthday in the comments.
Yeah, wish him happy birth in comments and go follow him on his Twitch channel, which is also linked down in the description below. Make sure to give tons of subs. But before September's over with, just like I'm going to do when he goes live later. But
What?
Why is the house shaking? Oh yeah. I forgot that I turned on the washing machine before getting in VR. So
Your washing machine shakes your house?
it's okay. Where it's at, it's not level. So the motherfucker shakes the entire house.
Wait, have you ever
Oh
seen
my
the video
God.
of like the guy like turns on the washing machine, just throws the brakes in there?
It's not that
Bruh.
bad, but
The thing that goes-
it vibrates like when it's at its highest speed because it's one of those ones that sits sideways. You know, those ones get the window, and so like it just vibrates so bad that it's up against the wall, so it's vibrating against that wall and literally shaking the entire house. I have a snare drum over here. If you'll listen very faintly sometimes, if that washing machine is on, you can hear the rattles of that snare drum rattling back behind me because it's shaking so bad.
Thank God you're not down in Texas. You'd think it's a fucking rattlesnake every time.
Well, there's rattlesnakes up here too. Rattlesnakes are not just Texas.
No, I know you're right. Yeah, but yeah, I thought you were higher up. I forgot.
Ow.
Yo, you have to forgive me. You have to forgive me. I don't know shit about the United States.
Nah, you
I know moose, beaver. I know moose, beavers, maple syrup.
The only Americans.
Well,
Well, technically,
that's a fucking lie. I don't know hockey.
technically, you're still an American because you're North American. Ha. But no, sorry, I like to get stupid. But like, technically, the only people that live in the United States is me and Lynx right now. And
You're right. I am American. I'm not American.
me and Lynx are on opposite ends of the U.S. You got you up in the high north in Canada, and you got Remori fucking as far down south as you can fucking get in Australia without going to Antarctica.
Well, to be fair, New Zealand stretches further than Australia does, but then also Chile is the most southern point you can get without being in Antarctica.
Yo,
unless there's some of the random islands there. But, you know.
One day I want to do something. Remori's gonna come with like freaking Australian slang, and we have to try to guess what it means. Because I heard some of them and don't remember. And like,
do you want an episode to be banned in Australia?
Slang of the day.
Funny shit. Because I know some of them just don't make sense, and somehow they just mean something.
You know, okay, listen, I know there's we don't get political or anything, but like Australian news channels make fun of our politics here in the US, and it's actually really hilarious. I recommend Sky News Australia to anybody. Because it's hilarious how they make fun of us. It's great. But enough of that being off topic. Because we went completely fucking out of nowhere on that one. But it's Lynx's birthday. We're down 2. We don't have Rustic nor FaZe. FaZe is going through a lot of stuff, and Rustic's going through a lot of stuff too. So
I mean, Rustic is going through a lot of stuff, and FaZe is at a wedding.
FaZe is at a wedding. I didn't know FaZe was at a wedding.
Yeah, he's at a wedding. His cousin's wedding, I think.
Is it in Alabama?
I don't fucking know.
Okay,
no, it's not his wedding with her.
We're good. But either way, it's Lynx's birthday, and we're wanting to do something fun. We've looked up SCPs because we had a lot of fun with our SCP episode on part 1. This is going to be SCPs part 2, but this episode we're doing something fun. We looked up the month and the day of our birthdays. For example, December 12th, 12/12, right? Lynx over there be 9/18, right?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
I looked up both ways just in case.
Okay. But
I didn't look the opposite way, so I'm gonna still go with 2604.
2604. But either way, that's usually what we're doing. Oh, did you do 2604 or 6204? That's cool.
No,
you got
2604.
Ah, okay. Wait, 04.
April.
Ah. You went fucking backwards. Okay. But either way.
I'm Canadian. That's how we do our freaking thing. Okay.
I think that's how the rest of the world does the fucking thing. It's just us Americans.
Leave it to America.
We like to be month, day, then year. All right.
It makes no. I mean, there is a point where it does make sense, but logically speaking, it doesn't make sense.
What? The month, day, and year thing?
Yeah, it's just you put it into like a triangle of like day, month, year sort of thing. It's like a day is smaller than a month, smaller than a year. Like, why the fuck do you switch the first two around? I don't
Because
understand.
we
don't know geometry.
It's the 19th of September, so it's
Triangle's broken.
but we say September 19th, 2021.
They still do say that in fucking Australia. Why is it backwards in your fucking...
But the United States took it literally, and was like, okay, so there's month, so they say the month, day, then year, so fuck it. That's how we'll write it down on our numbers. 09, 19, 21. And that's
This is why we delete the U from like things like color.
Yeah. We deleted the U out of color. We don't do kilometers.
I know you do miles per hour.
We do feet.
Miles and gallons and feet, all this.
Gallons.
I mean, none of our measurements make any sense.
Yeah, a cup instead of
America's
milliliters.
still the only country left that's using the imperial system.
Yeah, we're the only ones that use the imperial. I believe.
Why? It's so stupid.
Hold up, let me.
I can't wait till one day
gotta look
president's
this
like,
up.
by the way, our country doesn't make sense. Here you go. We're gonna go with kilometers per hour. We're gonna go with fucking. It just like fucking flips everything upside down. Everybody's gonna be like,
Do you know the thing is they're gonna be like almost forever stuck on imperial because
wait.
you make a change like that to kilometers, meters, everything like that make logical sense from like a mathematical standpoint.
Oh wait,
People
you know
kinda
what?
just
What's
lose
gonna
their
fuck with
minds.
people is if like imagine if in the U.S. like overnight it switched from Fahrenheit to Celsius.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna screw so
actually,
many
there's a
people
few
over.
others.
We're gonna burn
Like
so many things.
It's actually it'll get to the point where it will kill people.
There's two.
Oh, yeah.
There's two other countries in the entire world that use
Really?
our system, and that's Liberia, and in Africa, and Myanmar
Myanmar.
in South Asia.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, interesting.
They
Wait.
use.
I love
our
how
system.
I love how we said okay, enough of not being on main topic, and then we just
And then we
tried to get
fucking
on
just-
it, and then we just fucking
we just dive head first.
just U-turn
It's
right.
fine. We talked about SCPs for a whole 10 seconds.
For a whole 10 seconds, but then the birthdays got us into a whole completely different conversation. This is why it's called
We're called
the
The Rabbit Hole.
Show. Yeah, and then it's called the Rabbit Hole because not just because I'm a rabbit, but fucking we dive headfirst into shit that has nothing to do with the topic of today's episode. But either way, back on topic.
By the way,
we're going.
wait. Before we're back on topic, Rustic does not own a macro pig yet. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. and Alcatraz means
Pelican? Are you trying to get these out of the way? That way it doesn't come.
yes, just so you can bring them up.
He's trying to stop my laughter of completely throwing somebody off. But either way. So we're talking about SCPs today. Once again, SCP, we're doing, like, birthday stuff, like we mentioned before. For example, I'm doing this. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's the same way either way around. It's the same goddamn number. For mine, I'm doing SCP-1212. Right? December the 12th, or the 12th of December, you bitches.
Imagine being backwards.
Yeah, imagine being fucking backwards. But imagine living in America.
Could be me.
But that's what we're gonna be doing today. And I want to start this off with the birthday boy. Go ahead and start us off with your SCP.
All right. I guess we'll start with the local system here. Month, day, because fuck it. So that would be SCP-918. Fuck, what were you again? Oh yeah, right. So SCP-918, the baby mill.
What?
So, SCP-918 is an abandoned mill in some location. They won't tell us.
Undisclosed location.
Undisclosed location. So every 2 months, this mill produces 3 creatures resembling. I'm gonna assume storks because I didn't actually look up what this species name means. Hold on, it's like.
I'd assume so.
I can't read whatever the fuck that word is.
That's fine.
Anyways, while I look this up, it basically produces 3 creatures that can fly. Upon shitting these things out of the chimney, they fly to predetermined locations. They seek out a house that fills 2 conditions. 1, there is a newborn child there. 2, there is 2 parents. I don't know why it specifically needs 2 parents, but that's what it happens. Okay, yeah, basically the species name is the family of storks.
Family of storks.
So, if you remember your stories about how babies are delivered by storks, you kind of probably see where this is going.
I like how it's called
Except
the
it's
baby
horrible.
mill.
Yeah,
The baby mill.
So, upon leaving these stork creatures, they go over to these houses with one newborn and 2 parents, and they just fucking steal that baby.
Yoink!
They take that baby.
I'll take this.
And they
This is
go
mine. Now
back to the
bye-bye.
mill.
Wait, how many?
And then they drop.
How many times he said? Do they shit out new creatures?
It shits out 3 of them every 2 months.
How the fuck does that country still have fucking?
How do you still have people?
They got high. I guess they produced a lot of babies.
They produce
Fuck
a
like
lot of
rabbits.
babies. Fuck like hell yeah.
Wait, are they in VR chat?
Oh no! Oh god!
Oh, VR Chat's getting a movie, by the way. Did I mention that?
Yeah, you
Okay,
did.
no, we're not going to that topic. We mentioned it last week.
Okay.
Okay, so once these storks, they kidnap these babies, they bring them back to the mill, and I assume they drop them through the chimney or something. The babies are placed into some kind of machine where
Make baby paste.
researchers basically just hear a bunch of pounding sounds, and
Oh my god.
from the other end of the machine, talcum powder comes out. So if you ever want to know where your talcum powder comes from, there you go.
I get it now. It's baby.
They're grinding babies into talking powder. Okay, cool.
Okay.
And then the storks just disappear.
Okay. So they don't
They
stick
just
around.
oversee the process and just poof.
Poof. Then they themselves turn into dust that you also put on your crotch whenever it's on fire.
And then on the windmill it says there were storks.
And then there were storks.
No, it's what? It's like it's here are dragon. Then it was like here were dragons. So it's here were storks.
Here were storks.
There were storks.
Squawk. Quack. What sound does a stork make?
Oh wait, yeah, no, the storks actually do crawl into the machinery, and then they also become talcum powder, I guess.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
So the storks
There's
do
multiple ingredients to
commit
talcum
suicide.
powder.
Yep.
They commit.
Throw a baby in, then they just follow in.
That's great. They have to make sure the process is done, so they go in with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then a bunch of ooh.
I think they go in as like.
I mean, at least it's talcum powder and it's not some kind of fucking juice that comes out.
Well, how do you think they get baby oil?
Oh, same mill. Makes
It's all
sense.
made from babies.
You're right.
It's a byproduct.
Okay. Should we keep going with Remori for the next?
I think Lynx had another one, but he had his birthday switched around.
Yeah, he had both
you're
ways.
right.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I got my international birthday,
International.
which is SCP-1809. I forget what the actual name of it is. I have it over here. 1809. The Microscopic Cellular Housing Enthusiasts.
What?
What?
Okay. Okay. There's a lot to read here, but basically, it's a collective of sentient microscopic organisms that live within the cells of a human male. So
So we're all fucked.
the
He
basic gist of what they are is they go from like I don't know if it's going from cell to cell or if it's going from like human to human or something like that, but they're basically like house salesmen. They're trying to sell I guess human bodies.
Wait, we need Kyrex in here.
Oh my god. They basically researchers have recorded conversations between them, which is basically a form of Morse code, but I guess they do it through light. But it's basically just that. They basically just talk about the well-being of their host and consider whether or not they want to stay.
okay. So it's
Okay, so they're good SCPs? Kinda?
They're not
What?
harmful as far as I'm aware. Let's see. There's a conversation listed on the page here. So, one's asking, "How is he?" "He's fine. No illnesses as far as I can tell. What do you think? Is this one to your liking?" "Very much so. In fact, it's among the best." "Indeed. And of course, such a fine nervous system from the axon terminals is irresistible, is it not? I love it."
now just cut back
So,
cut back to when I was making jokes about Kai's ass. Like, is there enough space for two? Is
it a two-car? Is it a two-car garage space?
Is there sounds
Yeah, no,
coming
it's
from the
basically
attic when you
this.
enter the basement? Is there? It's
Pretty much what that is. That's where that joke
Yeah.
came from. Jesus.
That is absolutely good. I want to do mine next, if I can. Because
Yeah.
No, that's not
I don't
allowed.
have much more to say about the cells.
Oh,
Did you
We're
want to
good.
we good?
I
I
was-
don't know if he's going.
I was
you good?
making
Oh yeah.
a joke.
What did you say?
Remori's like,
Everyone else was
Remori's like, sorry. Remori's like, sorry, I didn't mean it. Please proceed.
What did you say?
What?
Say
He
it again.
said it's not allowed. He said it. No, it's not allowed.
Fuck.
Slides down.
Well,
You can still see your name.
what's really fun is that this one makes sense. I'm glad that this is associated with my birthday. SCP 1212. It's contained at a containment cell at Site Blank. Experimentation may only be performed with prior permission from at least 2 Level 3 personnel, and the room is to be cleared of any residual body fluids or any other deleterious immediately after testing. Any instances of SCP-1212 discovered within SCP-3311 are to be immediately moved to Site Blank for long-term storage. Now, here's what SCP-1212 is, because it's considered safe. While not in use, it's a simple wooden bar stool with a height of 74 centimeters and a seat dimensions of 38 by 38 centimeters. It does not possess any abnormal physical qualities other than a faint odor of alcohol.
That's my gaming chair at this point. What the fuck?
And there's no maker's marks or other identifying features present. When any living, mentally sound human being older than 15 years of age sits on SCP-1212, two occurrences of abnormal activity can be immediately observed. SCP-1212, while leaving the occupant unaffected, changes shape almost instantly. Separate iterations have been observed, with none repeating, including a shiny metallic bar stool with a bright red plastic seat, a rude wooden stool, which appeared to have been painted very poorly with black paint, a smooth sandstone chair, elegantly carved with an unfamiliar square symbols, which has yet been unable to be conclusively identified, and a low square stool engraved with cloud motifs, believed to resemble those manufactured in the late Chinese Qing dynasty. The occupant appears to experience a full sensory hallucination and is no longer able to sense what is occurring around them in reality, while being completely unable to be removed from SCP-1212, being used extreme methods seen at Admin 1212A. The occupant of SCP-1212 is then heard speaking to someone, but all attempts to record the other half of the conversation have so far failed. Usually, it becomes apparent that the occupant has been invited to participate in a drinking contest, and the contest begins regardless of acceptance or refusal of the invitation. All surviving subjects agree that the invitation includes two phases similar in the content to, "You must drink with me, in memory of those who sat here where you sit, and lack the strength to understand their limits. And we must curse those who were weak, and honor those that were strong." Sometimes I'm so glad that this is my SCP.
Yeah, because mine's shit.
Mine is literally a chair version of me and you.
It's just a drunk chair.
It's just a drunk chair. We must curse. I like that. We must curse those who were weak and honor those who were strong. Sometimes the contestant is spoken to in a language they do not understand. Attempts made to bridge the communication barrier failed, and the events proceed as normal. The contestant then willingly or forcibly appears to mime the following actions in a sequence. Taking a container of a liquid from a surface in front of them, placing it on their lips, drinking its contents in one smooth motion, and then slamming the container back down onto the surface. There is always a period of between 30 and 50 seconds between each sequence, presumably as the contestant waits his or her turn. The contestant is always capable of speech, but is always interrupted by the drinking action. No interference of any kind appears to be possible. So either way, if you sit on SCP-1212, you're either gonna drink unless you know your limits and make it to your limits, or you're gonna die.
You gotta die.
Fucking imagine it just like talking. It's like, oh yeah, no. By the way, it's
That's honestly you. Literally, Welcome to today's episode of the podcast.
I don't know. Oh, it's tasty. Okay, because I just mentioned that mine is shit, I want to go for it because it's going to be really short.
Okay.
All right.
SCP-2604 is called Not Offense.
Not offense.
Okay. Special containment is SCP-2604 is stored in a containment cell 92 at Site 39. Following Incident 2604 Alpha, all observation is to be conducted remotely. Under no circumstances are any Foundation personnel to come into direct visual contact with SCP-2604. 2 armed guards are stationed to prevent exposure 24 hours a day. SCP-2604 is not to be moved from containment cell 92 under any circumstances. Any instance of SCP-2604-1 captured displaying late-stage symptoms are to be isolated immediately. And guarded personnel with no prior exposure to SCP-2604. So, description. SCP-2604 is a fence constructed of pine wood and iron nails. Interviews with witness and personals have come into contact with SCP-2604 have revealed that none of them are able to identify SCP-2604 as being a fence.
So they just look at it and be like, I do not see a fence here. I see
No, you don't.
a wall.
You don't even know what a fence is. Okay. Direct visual contact with SCP-2604 causes progressive cognitive dysfunction whereby affected subjects, hereafter referred to as SCP-2604-1, are incapable of recognizing or responding to artificial barriers, markers, or pathways.
So
The effect only they just run into it. The effect only progresses when subjects are in visual contact with SCP-2604. Breaking this contact will arrest the progression.
Fence? What's a fence?
It's like I said, it's terrible fucking SCP. Fucking hell.
What's a wall?
Amnestics have been shown to have little use, with test subjects reporting that they are unable to recall their observation of SCP-2604, but remains affected by the accompanying anomalous properties.
That is.
After 3 hours. Go ahead.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but like, what's really fun is that's also Donald Trump's favorite SCP.
Shut up. After 3 hours of exposure, SCP-2604-1 are incapable of recalling the purpose or usage of signs or barriers that do not physically prevent movement. After 12 hours, SCP-2604-1 are incapable of recognizing that a barrier to movement exists as such, failing to identify any barrier markings or direction that would prevent movement, even to the detriment of safety. So if you're under the effect of that fucking thing, even if you're like in a fucking straitjacket, you're gonna find ways to fucking hurt yourself.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And the goal of reconstruction for the ineffectiveness of containment is a principle. Loss of personal inhibition. So yeah, pretty much it's just stating the symptoms. Yeah.
I mean, I like the whole ability of like a fence. What's a fence? I ain't never heard.
Oh wait, that's a nice. What's that? Fucking.
Hey, I need to get a.
Running into it.
What the fuck is right here? What the fuck am I hitting?
What's this? What's this?
It's not a fence.
It's not a fence.
It's not a fence. Yeah, fucking not a fence. The fucking weakest SCP ever.
I don't know. There's one that's a toaster that can like only be described in the third person or something like that.
Isn't it a toaster that makes you think that it's not a toaster?
Hey, Remori, you can at least describe it. This one, you can't even describe it. What's the fucking point of it?
Or it makes you think that you are a toaster, and you start
That's it,
and you just start
yeah.
shitting
Yeah, it
your
makes you
guts
think
out.
you're a toaster.
I
thinking
think
that
that's
it's
it.
bread.
You can only describe the toaster as in first person, like something like that. I can't remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
I
funny
mean,
one though.
this one's just it's a fence that you just makes you forget that it's a fence. It's like
But
what the shit?
mine also has to do with alcohol, and quite
Why is
quite the
why does
interesting one.
everybody's fucking thing has to do with alcohol, but not me?
But yours is a fence. No, yours is basically telling you need to calm the fuck down.
They're like
You're-
we're putting a
No,
fucking
we're
okay.
putting
wall
a
in front of your
fence.
alcohol.
You
Fuck
need
you.
you need to slow the fuck down as he takes a drink.
Yeah,
Um,
you need to be contained,
so,
motherfucker. Is what that's saying.
SCP-209, because I'm from Australia and we do day month.
Yeah.
To summarize this, it is a single malt Scotch tumbler with no manufacturer's marks, but does indicate signs of moderate to heavy use with light wear, including a small chip missing from the rim. When not in the possession of a human subject, the tumbler contains an unknown golden brown translucent liquid. Liquid cannot be siphoned, spilled, drained, evaporated, or otherwise removed from SCP-209 by any means other than a human subject taking hold of the tumbler and consuming the liquid. These subjects that will consume the liquid are called activator subjects. They describe it to be alcoholic, providing a sense of warmth, self-assurance, and general well-being. It's proven to be highly addictive with methadone therapy currently holding the highest rates of success for detoxification. For SCP-209 to enter its active phase, 3 conditions must be met. At least 2 human subjects must be within 20 meters of 209. At least one of the human subjects must have normal functioning sense of smell and detect SCP-209's aroma. The subject who first detected the odor must take possession of the tumbler and consume any amount of liquid within it. They're known as the activator subject. Once these conditions are met, 209 enters its active phase. The activator subject will immediately seek a relaxing or comfortable position to finish the liquid in a leisurely pace. Other human subjects within 20 meters of the activator subjects, which are hereby now called prey subjects, will be locked into 2 distinct physical parameters. Basically, they can't move more than 20 meters away from the activator, and they can't get closer than 1 meter to the activator once it's begun. So they're confined to like this 20-meter radius around.
So they have to drink everything in a 20-meter radius?
No, so these.
No,
these
they're
are
just stuck there. The other one is the
Yeah, that's
activator that's
stuck
drinking
there.
it.
Okay.
The activator is the one that's just sitting there drinking it, and then the others are called the prey, and they're stuck in this small radius around the prey, and they can't escape. This one gets pretty gruesome.
Oh boy.
Any descriptive word or phrase used in reference to SCP-209 by the activator during the active phase will physically reflect upon the prey subject in a variety of ways. I'll skip the rest of that description and just go down to the experiment log. So, the activator seats himself in a single chair provided in the room. Prey 1 approaches the activator. Prey 2 begins exploring the room's boundaries. Prey 1 discovers the inner boundary and is unable to approach the activator. Prey 2 discovers the outer boundary and is unable to reach the eastern wall. Prey 1 begins shouting obscenities and attempts to strike the activator. However, there's no effect. The activator then starts describing 209 as smoky in flavor. Prey 1 begins coughing violently. Prey 1 collapses, racked with violent coughs An unknown black smoke-like gas is expelled from his mouth with each cough. The activator then describes 209 as smooth. Prey 2 appears to begin sweating profusely. Prey 1 continues coughing spasms. Expulsion of smoke-like substances continues from the mouth, nose, and eyes. Prey 2 exuding a thick layer of viscous, near frictionless substance from all pores. Substance has eroded clothing and apparently the first layer of epidermis, or the skin, for you uneducated people.
Rude.
Prey 2 is unable to remain standing, falls and attempts to staunch the flow of the unknown substance from his pores. Prey 1 apparently expired. Smoke-like substance continues to vent from the mouth, nose, and eyes. And the activator just sits there and applauds every now and again. Like, they're just completely happy and chill. They don't care that this is going on. They're just enjoying this drink. The viscous substance for Prey 2 has eroded 2 additional layers of skin. Wounds approximate to 2nd and 3rd degree burns. Prey 2 expresses the desire to be terminated. The request was denied. Prey 2 expires. Substance appears to cease exuding from pores. Prey 1 ceases to expel smoke-like substance as the activator continues drinking. So, activator consumes the last of 209, immediately stands and rushes to the body of Prey 1, begins clawing at the corpse with his left hand while maintaining a hold of 209 on the right. Researchers determined that the activator is attempting to refill 209 with blood from the corpse of Prey 1.
Damn.
And then go along and neutralize the activator, recover the SCP in its empty state, and contain it again.
Looks at body. I need your body fluids.
So the activated like just doesn't know what's going on. They're just chilling there, just drinking, giggling every now and again. These people are just like dying from
Fucking
having-
dying of. They're
corrosive-
dying of fucking
They're literally
chemical
doing the
burns.
Hunger Games right there in front of him, and he just sitting
Yeah,
like,
because he's like,
this
oh,
is
this
fun.
is so smooth. And
This is
then
smooth.
he just starts fucking getting eaten by this smooth liquid.
God.
That's fun.
What else would you use to... Oh, it's got a bit of a bite to it. And then you just start seeing this person getting, like, bitten by everything and just, like, chewed to, like, nothing.
That.
Oh, it's kind of rough.
And then,
Yeah.
and then you just see somebody get slammed, head down, ass up, fucking.
All their skin
The
starts
roughest
turning
anal.
to sandpaper.
No.
Oh, it's fruity. The guy just starts fucking growing fruits.
We would come up with stupid shit. We would sit there and have fun with it. But,
Hey, yo, bring in the next person. He just keep going.
wait, we
You gotta
gotta
test it out, man.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta fully enjoy everybody. Like, what's another good good fun term?
That's bland.
That's bland.
That guy just fucking disappears.
What? Your thing fell off the wall? Do we have any more glue?
Oh, wait, it was the washing machine.
Huh?
The washing. I think
The washing machine knocked
shook
something off the wall.
Yeah, it knocked her sensor off the wall for
Oh, no.
VR.
Oh, my
Oh
God.
no. Alright, you get it in with fucking glue, not screws?
Huh? Yeah,
don't
because
screw them in the
because the thing that they sent us doesn't even have screw holes unless I made them myself. It was one of those things that you
Do
literally
it.
had to attach to the wall with glue.
Like,
Just do it. Just take a drill, just
like with like 3M strips or something.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The one in mine, they're screwed in.
Oh, yeah, mine too. Fuck that.
I just have mine on tripods.
See, I'm not smart enough to do that.
Okay, fancy ass. Shut up.
But like, yeah. Now she's saying it's just flashing blue. So at least it's not flashing red, but flashing blue.
Okay. We're done with the birthday SCPs, right?
Are we done
Yes.
with birthday SCPs?
Yes.
Oh, I just wanted to say one thing. You know how you were talking about the toaster thing?
Yeah.
I decided to look up what Nero's thing would be if it was month day. It's the fucking toaster.
Is it actually the toaster?
It's actually the fucking toaster.
Oh
Wait,
my
it
God,
would be
what the
it would be 426.
Yeah, 426.
426 is the toaster.
Right.
Okay, you read the
What are
toaster, Nero.
chances?
Read the toaster.
All right, I'm gonna do it. Just give me a second.
Bring up the toaster. Well, here, real quick, I do have, like, if you want to look it up, mine backwards, it would still be 1212, but I decided, I'd wonder, like, what would it be if I looked up month and year? So 1295, right? 1295 is a series of 4 elderly men who patronize Meg's Good Eatin', a diner over the blank highway, but between 9 in the morning and 0900 hours and 1800 hours. Every day, SCP-1295's anomalous properties manifest when an instance of SCP-1295 is prevented access to the diner between the hours of 9 and 18 local time, or removal from it by force. The exact nature of the effect and its duration is different based on these 4 elderly men. With the first one, if prevented access or removed from the diner, then it will basically, the anomalous properties will begin to manifest between 5 and 10 minutes after its removal. Those caught in the area beginning with an approximate of 100 meters from 1295 exhibit extreme lethargy and complete lack of any self-preservation instincts, making even the simple accident potentially lethal. And the area of effect grows approximately 100 meters for every hour that 1295-1 is kept away from the diner. 1295-2, it prevented access or removed from the diner against its will. The manifest properties between 2 and 3 hours after its removal. Those caught in the area beginning with an approximate 500 meters from SCP-1295-2 lose their ability to distinguish between edible and inedible matter, and will often endanger themselves or others in attempts to consume unsuitable nourishment, metal, toxic waste, living flesh, etc. The area of the effect grows by approximately 1 kilometer for every hour SCP-1295-2 is kept away from the diner. SCP-1295-3, it prevented access or removed from the diner against its will. Anomalous properties will begin manifesting immediately after its removal. The bodies of those caught in the approximate area of 50 meters around SCP-1295-2 or -3 will lose microbial life forms associated with them. The adverse effects include, but not limited to, a rapid decrease in functionality of the digestive system due to lack of gut flora, and the area of the effect grows by approximately 200 meters for every hour that 1295-3 is kept away from the diner. And then lastly, 1295-4, if prevented access or removed from the diner against its will, properties will begin to manifest 30 to 40 minutes after its removal. Those caught in the area begin with the approximate 150 meters from SCP-1295-4 will experience sharp increase of self-preservation instincts to the point of paranoia and acute hypochondria. This condition soon becomes debilitating, as those affected by it will refuse to perform any action that might put them in any sort of danger, minor as it may be. The area of effect grows by approximately 200 meters for every hour that SCP-1295-4 is kept away from the diner. So just let these motherfuckers come in the fucking diner and eat.
I
Just let them
mean,
eat, man.
imagine being in the vicinity of all four as they outside the diner.
And they're just a bunch of wrinkly old guys sitting there fucking, probably doing some like sexual shit, to the waitress, like, come on, darling, let me see them titties or something like that. Like look at the honkers on that one, or like, just a bunch of wrinkly old men.
Some real serious bahonga gonga
Bonga-longa-da-do-doos. Like, and they're like,
Yeah, I found a toaster.
you found the toaster? So I saw that and I was like, I really
so
I'd like
funny.
to share that one. Huh?
That is so funny. The fact that I'm like,
Read the description.
my fucking SCP's useless, and then Remori goes, well, there's one that's a toaster. Then Lynx just looks at it and is like, oh yeah, by the way, he used a toaster too. It's like, what?
Genuinely didn't even.
It's
plan
so
that.
it's such a funny coincidence.
Such a good
Okay.
coincidence.
SCP-426. Special containment procedures. I'll read it as it's spread because it's kind of funny because it's just read from the perspective. I am to be sealed in a chamber with no windows, through which I may be viewed. The door to my chamber must have a label completely unrelated to my designation or identity, in order to prevent unintended spread of my primary effect. Only level 3 and above personnel are to know of my presence, and particularly of my properties. Assigned personnel are to be rotated out on a monthly basis to prevent contamination by my secondary effect. Psychiatric evaluation is mandatory at the end of the month. If personnel are deemed unaffected, they may be reassigned to me no less than 4 months after their last rotation with me. Excuse me, I'm scratching my face. Any affected personnel are to be given Class C amnestic and Class V amnestic and transferred to a different site. Description: Hello, I am SCP-426. I must be introduced this way in order to prevent ambiguity. I am an ordinary toaster, able to toast bread when supplied with electricity. However, when any human being mentions me, they inadvertently refer to me in the first person. Despite all attempts, there is yet to be a way to speak or write about me in the third person. When in my continuous presence for over 2 months, individuals begin to identify themselves as a toaster. Unless forcibly restrained, these people will ultimately harm themselves in an attempt to emulate my standards function.
So we were right.
I'm just gonna put my ass up in the air. Someone pull the trigger. And this is my dick.
Well, no.
They just pull it down and fucking.
Just shoves his dick in a fucking electric socket.
I was gonna say we have to put ourselves in first, right?
Yeah. Okay. I was discovered in the home of the redacted family after the gruesome death of 3 of its members had been given to the younger Mr. and Mrs. redacted as a wedding gift. No card or any identifying markings had been found on my box. Approximately 2 months after the family received me, fire crews were dispatched to the home due to an electrical fire. The younger Mrs. died from the electric discharge that she had caused when attempting to devour an electric socket. The other 2 victims had died shortly before the fire occurred. The elder Mrs. had gorged herself with nearly 10 kilograms of bread before her stomach burst and she died of internal bleeding. The younger Mister died of severe blood loss after attempting to connect it with me.
I don't mean to make fun of victims or anything, but like, you know that meme? You know that meme? It was like, I'm busy right now. I'm making piss, and he just starts fucking drinking. It's that. I'm busy right now. I'm making toast, and he just starts shoving a whole fucking loaf of bread. So what if you can see?
I like that last line that Nero read as well. Oh yeah, wonder if we're able to
The younger
Figure out what
Mister
happened.
died of severe blood loss after attempting redacted with me.
After
Died of blood loss after attempting what?
shoving his penis
Taking a bath.
inside the toe.
Mm-mm.
That one's real though. That happens.
The sole survivor was the elder Mister Blank, who was suffering from severe malnutrition. He stated that he had inserted some bread a week prior and was still waiting on the toast to pop out.
Oh my god.
Oh no! What are you doing? I'm waiting for the toast.
I'm making toast. So
I
whatever.
was confiscated by the Foundation after police noted my unusual properties. A classy amnestic was administered to the affected officers.
We need like a shirt that just says SCP-426. I'm making
Okay.
toast.
I'm making toast.
Okay, wait. There's a couple experiment logs. Subject D-class personnel. Procedure D-class personnel D/26-1 was asked to describe me what he believed was contained in the chamber. He was not informed about my identity. Details. I'm probably some huge monster holed up in there. That's what you guys have all over the place, right? I remain oblivious to his use of the first person pronoun.
That is
so confusing to read.
Yeah. That's so fun though. We've now come full circle to where an all.
This one. Procedure D class D/426-2 was placed in my chamber, given regular meals through a dispenser. No communication with any food was permitted.
I'm just glad that
multiple cameras were
point.
situated in the chamber position, so that I was outside of their field of vision, but allowing constant observation of the D class. We remained sealed until my secondary effect manifested in the subject. I was bolted to the floor so that I could be moved into camera view. After 45 days of isolation, D/426-2 wrapped his arm around me and began conversing with me, stating that we were brothers.
Brother.
We were bread brothers.
D/426-2 never deviated from using the first person plural when speaking with me. Subject was terminated in 1 hour after this event. It is theorized that the isolation accelerated the progression of my secondary effect.
That's great.
So even if you're not in direct contact with it, you still think you're a toaster and you're going to just be like, we're brothers.
It was another one where a screw got removed from the toaster and handed to a D class and said, describe this, and he goes, it's my screw.
Yeah.
It's my screw. Oh, that's great. You guys have anything else you want to add, or do you want to call it there?
I mean,
How long
we could
have we
talk
been?
about SCP-101.
We can talk about
01.
SCPs for hours and still not get to the.
Oh, that one. He was reading that one before, and it's fucking stupid.
SCP-10101.
Okay, what is that?
SCP-10101 is an incredibly handsome teenager, 18 years of age, wearing metal glasses. Hair is blonde, eyes are blue, likes to wear black and dark blue but prefers jeans. Favorite pizza topping is pineapples and sausage, but dislikes chicken and tomatoes. His favorite shows is My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. He likes to be called Jack, the king of everything. Staff is to refer to SCP-10101 as this under penalty of torture.
God damn, I want to spread those cheeks already.
Continuing on, superpowers. Currently known superpowers include sheer awesomeness, comparable to Chuck Norris, Jackie Chan, and Bill Gates combined. The ability to run with a speed of a hodgillion kilometers per second. An IQ of 9,873,857, and then some. Immunity to diseases, poison, fire, cold, radiation, acid, disintegration, any physical harm, death, tofu, plot device, and everything else.
Tofu?
Immunity to
Not
tofu.
5G though. Not 5G.
This one's funny. So it's Amendum 10101-1. It should be noted that in the past, for some reason, a stupid girl named KA has rejected SCP-10101 as her boyfriend, instead choosing another boy who was dumb, uncool, and not as sexy as SCP-10101. It is theorized that KA is a stupid bitch who will want to be sorry for this. For now, SCP-10101 has settled for SCP-105 as his girlfriend. Searching up SCP-105, the first thing I see is a Polaroid camera.
Narcissistic son of a bitch.
That's great. Well, at least he's 18.
Yeah, it's just one of those sort of joke ones, but it's done pretty well.
That's really
I
good.
just love that. I just love that KE subject was referred to as a bitch that will regret this.
So,
Like his pocket money is to the tune of, it used to be $1 million, then it's been changed to $1 zillion, and then it's been changed to a black check every week.
But wow. Well, ladies and beans, live like you're living, like you have a blank check every week that you can just fill out for what you want. Okay? Don't overdo yourself, but laugh. Laugh at the dumb, corny jokes that we have done, and love every moment that you're not thinking that you're a toaster. That's my.
I love how it took almost. It took
it.
almost 20 minutes for us to actually get on topic.
That's great though. We still got it done. We still got an episode out for you. Thank you all so much for watching and listening on here today. We will be back here next week with some more cryptid tales. I believe we're going to be doing the El Chupacabra next. The Chupacabra. But that will be next week. Until then, ladies and beans, make sure to go follow us on our Twitch channel at Twitch.tv/Nerocool, Twitch.tv/LynxParadox. Make sure to give him lots of subs for his birthday. And Twitch.tv/RemoriDesu. And me at Twitch.tv/MrMacoLive. And make sure to check out my sponsor at SwiftLifestyles.com. Use promo code MrMaco at checkout. Get 15% off. But until we see each other next time, everybody, remember to always hail yourselves!
Peace out, beautiful bastards.
Dead set.
Dead set.
What?
Also,
You know what dead set means?
you like that mouse pad in front of you?
It's beautiful.
I was just hoping you'd just shove your face like.
Like, it's the. Like,